It's a blockbuster holiday weekend. The highly anticipated movies, Oppenheimer and Barbie, are hitting theaters today. Our Sarah Seidner sat down with two stars of the Barbie movie last month before, I should note, the actors went on strike, and she joins us now. So Sarah, a lot of people don't know this about Margot Robbie, but she played a really critical role in even getting this movie to be created in the first place. What did they tell you?
Some interesting things. I asked them, I said, look, when I was a little girl, I didn't play with Barbie. I was too busy jumping out of trees and trying to be better than the... Well, no, I was just trying to be better than the boys all the time. It was very competitive. And Margot Robbie jumps up and says, me too! And then America Ferrera says, I didn't play with Barbie either. And I was like, so what's with the movie? And both of them...
It's a great follow-up.
I mean, both of them said, this movie has heart. Yeah. It will make you laugh, but it might also make you cry. It's deep. Barbie is deep. That's what I learned. Take a listen. All right, I'm going to start with you, Margot. Everyone makes Barbie into who they think she is because she doesn't talk, she doesn't walk. So we use our imaginations. How did you decide who Barbie was going to be in this film?
To be honest, Greta knew from the beginning, really, that she wanted Barbie to have the classic hero's journey. She actually used like Buddha's journey to enlightenment as a reference, and I was like, okay, wow. I didn't see that coming, but now that you've said it, it does make perfect sense. And so suddenly she did have like this framework of a narrative, and within that we could have all these conversations on so many different levels. And what we wanted to do with those conversations is kind of honor the legacy that the 64 years of Barbie has, created, and also bring it into today's day. Have culturally relevant conversations.
Okay, I do have to ask, America, how deliciously ironic is it that Ryan Gosling's age became the thing that people were talking about, not the woman, but the man for once?
Oh, yeah.
It is ironic.
Yeah, I just heard that that's a thing.
Yeah.
That's the fate of the Kens in Barbie Land, is they essentially have to suffer a lot of the fate of women in the real world. It kind of highlights its stupidity, really. But it's the movie turns a lot of things on its head, and in my opinion, tells us more about us as humans than really, a movie about dolls.
Mm-hmm. And America, you play one of the few characters who is not a doll, who is not a Barbie in the movie. You're a real life person going through real life challenges as a working woman. What happens when you and Barbie meet finally?
I don't want to spoil anything, but it's...
Okay, don't spoil it. Give us...
We best friends.
The moment that Gloria and Barbie connect, I just started like bawling, and it felt so beautiful that a grown woman could explore her imagination and her playfulness and really be enthusiastic about something that she loved and something that was playful and inspiring to her, and that didn't have to be in contradiction to her as like a grown, serious, professional woman.
I have to be honest, though. I was not a Barbie-obsessed girl. I was too busy jumping out of trees and racing boys and trying to be better than the boys.
I was
did
exactly
you all
like you.
play with Barbies?
I was not a Barbie girl. Were you?
I was exactly like you, Sarah. I was like trying to beat the boys at everything. And I asked my mom before this press tour, I was like, Mom, do you have any pictures of me like playing with Barbies or opening a Barbie on Christmas or anything like that? It'd be really helpful for this upcoming press tour. And she was like, I couldn't even get you to wear a dress. I was like, oh.
I mean, A, like we couldn't afford Barbies. B, like, I don't know, it just like the world of Barbie didn't feel like it had very much for me in it, to be perfectly honest. But that is what is so beautiful to me about this moment and getting to be a part of this story that is expanding the world of Barbie to include the rest of us. And what I think the movie gives us is the permission to be more of who we are. That like Barbie gets to that we're all Barbie, and Barbie gets to be whatever the hell Barbie wants to be.
Margot, what are you hoping to impart to the audience with this film?
The feeling of like, yes, it's like you want to do this and you want to be a good mom and you want to be a good friend and you want to be a good husband and you want to be an ally and you want to be an activist, but you want to just do your job and you just want to get through the day and blah, 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 blah. If I can put all of that off your shoulders and just say, you're already doing great. You are doing great because you are you, and that is enough. That's what I would give.
It's like the erasing of imposter syndrome, right? I think we've all suffered from that, and women more than anyone else. So that's a beautiful thing. Did the Barbie sleepover happen? I heard that director Greta Gerwig was like, you guys need to have this.
Yes, and it was so much fun. We had a Barbie sleepover. The Kens were invited to visit, not to stay over, obviously. We all wore our pajamas and ordered room service, and we shared beds, and we played games, and we all discovered how incredibly competitive America is when it comes to games.
Let's talk about how Ryan sent a man in a kilt to play bagpipes at us for 3 minutes and then recite the speech from Braveheart. That happened. That's much interesting.
It was just amazing. And if that doesn't bond you, I don't know what will.
I still don't get the joke. Was it an inside joke?
No, there was no relation. There was no
inside joke.
Braveheart connection at all.
Was he trying to say, like, freedom? Like, what? He must have been trying to say something.
That's Ryan, I guess.
I feel like he was rallying. It was right before we were starting.
It
right?
was
He
like a rallying
go.
war cry, perhaps. Yeah.
Ladies, I actually was like, oh, am I going to see the Barbie? But the way you've described it, it's like something I think that girlfriends could go to together and buddies could go to together with the kids and just enjoy the ride.
It's a party and everyone is invited.
All right, spoiler alert. Here's a lesson you will learn from this movie because I may or may not have seen it. Being human is hard. Being a female human is even harder, but it's worth it.
That's a great moral of the story.
That's my zen for the morning. Barbie is deep.
So I have a theory about the bagpipes, because I'd heard that story before. Maybe it was like a primal male scream, like the Kens were not allowed at the sleepover, so they really just had like the Braveheart thing. That's my theory.
That actually, that fits. That completely and utterly fits.
I mean, can I weigh in here?
I was going to say, nobody's talking about
yes,
Ken.
Ken.
I mean,
no, I don't,
Phil.
okay,
Do tell us, Ken.
Stop. What I will say is like that move from a like leadership perspective to me is like, oh yeah, that's totally dope. And then like I hear them describe it, and I was like, oh wow, that's super weird.
Yeah,
Don't do
right?
that. That's
May
not
or may
cool.
not. That's
Regardless
not
of
cool.
audience, but particularly with that audience.
I do need to remind people this is a Warner Brothers Discovery program. We are also owned by Warner Brothers Discovery. And they did this obviously before the strike because this is not, you're not allowed to sort of promote things. So that's where we are. I enjoyed it.
That being said, we love your Barbie pink.
Thank you.
Thank you for gracing us with your
Oh, wait,
presence.
Yeah, I was going to say,
for
like
Barbie
we were all
World.
pausing and waiting so we could get the. There we
A
go.
Barbie
That's
cake
good.
pop.
We need
This is
this.
happiness. This is happiness.
This is
I love
it.
Sarah Seidner.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thanks, buddy.